Welcome to another episode of the Grandmamis podcast. Cheers. Cheers. What are y'all drinking tonight, ladies?
Well,
Annie really enjoys her drink.
Yeah.
if y'all can't tell, I guess for the people who are watching.
TEAquila.
We got TEAquila over here,
And
and we got tea
chamomile tea.
over there.
Chamomile.
Oh, this girl's about to fall
Dang,
asleep.
she said sleep.
She's about to fall asleep on us.
But we have tequila. We have Agua Sol tequila with orange poppy. Both are
Yes.
Austin brands.
Yep. Alrighty. This episode will be focused around our 2023 recap and our highs and our lows and what we would rate the year. And then we're going to go into 2024 to talk about our goals. Should we talk about our manifestations? I guess we have to talk about our manifestations to make it happen. So I'll talk about our manifestations and what we're most excited about for 2024. So it's basically our New Year's episode
Including Lunar New Year's.
because we Asian. I'm fake. We never celebrated it growing up, but I celebrate it with my friends now. So and husband now. So alrighty. So who wants to kick it off with their 2023 ratings?
Why don't you go
Let's go.
first?
Okay.
Oh,
that's you.
All right, so we're gonna kick it off with our 2023 ratings. So I actually rated 2023 as a 10.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Because I have memory loss and I don't know what all happened. I legit had to go through my Instagram and camera roll to see what all I did last year. I rated it a 10. And I said because I had the opportunity to travel a lot. I went to the Dominican Republic. I went to Puerto Rico, Colombia, Arizona.
You did travel a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and mainly for weddings and because of weddings and bachelorettes and all of that good stuff. So lots of traveling, which I always enjoy. I went to multiple concerts. I saw the Jonas Brothers twice. And one of those times I met the Jonas Brothers' mom. So
Oh, that was the Vegas one, right?
yeah. So I did that. I turned 30, flirty 30, entered a new decade. I had another year of health. My family and friends and Jonas had another year too of health, so always grateful for that. Obviously I got married myself too. I should have started, or that should have been one of the things that I mentioned. But I got married myself with Viet. I finally got my truck.
Oh, yes.
So that was fun. I've always wanted a truck. And I recently got obsessed with Jason Kelsey, and I ended up being able to go to one of his games, his last games, and saw him in person and really close up. So that was really exciting. So yeah, lots of highs, and I cannot complain. So that was my rating.
I gave 2023, first of all, 2023 was a long year. It felt so long.
Yeah.
It really did. And I think a lot of it, I gave 2023 a solid 9 because there's always room for improvement. But, and there are some things that kind of made it like, I don't know, thorns of the year. But like, as you mentioned, like all of y'all, minus Laura, because you had a wedding in 2022, but there were so many weddings and bachelorette trips, so it was a good excuse. There's a lot of love, which I love. I traveled to Europe for the very first time for work, which was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Beyonce at the Renaissance tour in Miami with my sister. That was great. But I feel like also too, like there was a lot of just hanging out, and I feel like also too, like the friend groups in Austin got a little bit stronger too, so that was nice, like making time to like play pickleball or like hang out at someone's house and and like I saw a lot of music shows too, so that was really, really nice. Yeah, solid 9. Could have been a 10, but solid 9.
Nice.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah. Annie?
Yeah, I gave it an 8. Again, repeating what the other two said, like lots of weddings, my own included.
Woo.
Yeah, woo. So
Juan, less lonely girl.
Stop, please.
Guys, isn't this clever?
Yeah.
Her husband. Thank you, Laura.
Yes.
Her husband's last name is Huang Le. And I was telling Annie her wedding hashtag should be Huang less lonely girl.
You wanna be one less lonely girl.
Huang less lonely girl.
One less
Please.
lonely girl.
Huang less lonely girl.
I don't know how this happened. I helped find Laura's hashtag.
Yes.
It was so clever.
I appreciate you.
And Jen's hashtag was super cute and clever. And I get Huang less lonely girl.
It's good. I think it's good.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it's 3 against 1 right now, so.
You can't
You're
blame
outnumbered.
us. Okay, our last names are kind of easier to pronounce.
I also a reason why I didn't take his last name, because I'm going from 3 letters to like 9, and I was like, I'm not gonna hyphenate an already hyphened last name.
So that's why you gave 2023 an 8.
Annie No Huang Le. Yeah, that is kind of long.
Yeah, and I was like, no, thank you. I'm gonna keep my last name. Anyways, I got married, which is always great. I had to got to celebrate my own batch, other batch. I signed on another house. Yeah, so we were upgrading into a bigger house just to, plan for the future. Whatever that means. No.
Babies.
No.
Babies on babies on
You want to talk about babies?
Yeah.
We'll save that for 2024. God, of course, health is always a good thing. Everyone's healthy. All my 3 dogs are healthy. Germs is healthy. The reason why I docked like points, I guess, or ratings on it was, I think 2023 for me was kind of stressed in the fact that work stressed me the F out. As you know, 2023, a lot of tech companies were going through lots of layoffs, and my company and my group was part of that impacted org. And leading up to the wedding, like, I honestly didn't even know I was going to still have a job after I come back from the wedding. But luckily, my manager had reached out on my day off and was like, hey, just want to let you know, going into your wedding, I know it's stressful already, but like, you have a job, like, we're safe, our team is safe, so you're good. But like, it was just so stressful having to deal with that, and on top of like
A wedding.
a wedding,
Right.
a whole freaking wedding
That you have to fund.
Yeah. That's probably the biggest reason why. And then, of course, RTO. If you don't know what RTO means, it means return to office. I have been
I was like ready to.
I have been basically virtual my whole entire like professional career for the past like 6 years. And then they rolled out company-wide return to office. And it just didn't make any sense to me or my team and the things that we do to even be in person. And my team doesn't even sit in Texas. But yeah, other than
that's
that,
annoying.
it was a good 8 for me.
That's good. Yeah.
2023 for me, I would say 10. Yeah.
Wow.
10 out of 10. Yeah. A year with lots of love, as everyone said. Lots of weddings, lots of bachelorette parties, lots of trips because of the bachelorettes. My parents were healthy, no issues. The previous year before, my dad was pretty sick, went to the hospital, thought I was going to lose him, but thankfully we did not. So no complaints there. Cooper's healthy. All my friends are healthy. Yeah, and our first year of marriage, me and Brandon, and no complaints there. I mean, it's like nothing has changed.
I'm telling you,
Except
it's a good then.
finances.
Yeah.
Now we're financially linked to each other. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about 2023, and I just hope moving on to 24, it's going to be another solid 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we go over roses and thorns of 2023?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I hit on a lot of my roses. Am I supposed to choose one?
Choose one.
Yeah.
Okay, so a rose For those of you who aren't familiar with those terms, roses are like the high
Highest,
points. Yeah. Thorns are the low points. But I have to choose one.
Choose one.
You have to choose one.
Why didn't her wedding come up first?
I was about to say I'm gonna get.
It's fine.
crap
They all
if
got. It's
not-
fine. It's fine.
We all got married. Well, you got married late last year, but I feel like I still consider that this year because I don't know.
Literally, it was like 6 months apart.
Yeah, it's fine.
Which is
we
why,
we
like,
can just assume that the
wedding is
a
like
highlight.
obviously a high.
Yeah.
Okay, besides your wedding.
I think I would have to go back to traveling. I think
Yeah.
that's probably my rose. Going to Punta Cana for our honeymoon was super fun and kind of spontaneous because we weren't going to take a honeymoon to begin with.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we weren't going to take a honeymoon. I was like, it's another thing to plan. It's another thing to fund. Why are we going to put ourselves through that? But at the same time, Beat's in med school. This was going to be his last summer in Texas. So we were like, I mean, we can go for like 4 days. And we just got money like gifted to us. So I'm like, and going to our future. So I'm like, this is our future. This is kicking it up. So we found something on Costco travel, like a bundle to go to Punta Cana. And we're like, we've never been there. So we went and it was so worth it. So much fun. Yeah. So I'm so glad I did that. Going to Colombia for the first time, that was super fun. Yeah. On the traveling, I love traveling and going to new places and tasting new food and whatnot. So that's definitely my rose.
Oh, my rose. I love y'all. I love your weddings. I love your bachelorette trips. But my rose is definitely seeing Beyonce with my sister in Miami.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We
Despite
don't blame
it,
you.
despite it being like it was stressful because remember our flight from. It was our connecting flight to get us to Miami got canceled because there was like the storms and stuff. And like thank God it was like I was handling it because if it was my sister by herself, she would not know what the heck to do. Bless her heart, but she would not know what to do. And like I think I forgot where we got stuck. I think it was one of the Carolinas or something, and we were like either gonna wait to stay the night. We were for sure gonna stay the night and either take the next flight, but the connecting flight there like would either get us there at the show was at 7, and we still have to check in, get to the hotel and get ready and stuff. I think the earliest we could have gotten there was 5, and that would not give us enough time. I mean, she started the show late, but we didn't know that. But we ended up staying the night and then renting a car and making the drive. I think it was like a 3-hour drive, but it was nice because it was like me and my sister haven't taken like a sister trip since we both turned adults, so that was really, really fun. And it was just obviously seeing Beyonce was great, but I think like having like sharing that moment with my little sister, I will like always cherish that. So I think because of that, we're like, dang, like we need to make yearly sister trips like an actual thing.
Yeah.
And obviously Beyonce was great. Like, oh my God, like I was blessed by Beyonce. Yeah. I was breathing the same air as Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wedding aside, I would say my honeymoon. Yeah. I think this is like probably
Where'd y'all go?
we went to Tahiti. And we also a part of Tahiti is also Bora Bora, so we went to Bora Bora. And my dream has always been to splurge on a overwater bungalow. And I was like,
And you did it.
Yes.
and this is the only time I can justify doing that.
Right.
Obviously, same reason we just got gifted money, so we're like, yeah. Also, if you're looking for travel, go to CostcoTravel.com. We got a really good deal.
Not
Honestly,
sponsored.
because of
We're
y'all
not
did that.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. But because of y'all, now I'm like, ooh, Costco deals.
Yes. I would definitely recommend it because
Yeah.
not only do you get like a bundle with the flight, the hotel, and like
meal and drink package.
Yeah, but when we landed in Punta Cana, they had a shuttle.
Yeah.
Dedicated to
Transportation services were provided
Dedicated
as
to
well.
Costco,
yeah,
yeah.
we had like a catamaran, we had a bus, like everything,
Yeah.
names and everything. Like you see those movies with the name, and it literally said Mr. and Mrs. Huang Lei. And I was like, that's not me. That ain't me.
That's you. That's you. Bye. See what the
Who's Mrs. Huang Lei? Who is she?
Who is this?
Where is she?
That ain't me. But it was so worth it, and this is probably my first trip like ever not planning anything other than the actual trip. Like I don't have any things like activities, itinerary, or anything like. If you know us, if you know me, and I mean, we are type A people. So you should see our itinerary for Asia that we're going to. Literally back to back to back.
Laura and I
We just love planning.
Laura and I are just here.
By the hour. By the hour. Our sleep schedule is on there.
No, it's sleep
Please send
question
help.
mark.
Blink twice if you need help.
Yeah, I will say having you two be like type A planners for trips are clutch.
Yeah, super clutch.
Super clutch. We appreciate y'all.
They're those TikToks we're the planners, they're the mowers.
Yeah.
The show uppers.
Listen, at least we don't
Where do I show up?
complain.
What do I pay?
What do I pack?
Yeah.
What do I pack?
We're just
Also,
down.
the packing list is me.
Always.
Always.
But yes, it was the first trip I ever went to where I didn't have to plan anything. I literally just got to lay around, do nothing, and just enjoy like the beach, the water, the air, the island, the culture. Worth.
And you got the nice tan that you still wish you had.
I still got
Yeah,
some
you
of
did
it.
get a nice tan.
Don't tell Laura, she's gonna yell at me.
Skin damage.
Anyways, Laura, what about your rose?
What's your rose?
My rose would probably be my honeymoon.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I
that
went
did
to Nice and I went to Paris, both in France, and then I went to now I'm blanking on the name, in Italy. Oh my god.
Check your itinerary.
You have an itinerary?
No, I didn't have an
Did you go to
itinerary.
Lake Como?
I like her flight itinerary.
I didn't go to Lake Como. I went to everyone goes there because of TikTok.
Rome? With the pretty colors. Positano.
We went to Positano.
Positano?
Don't fall into the TikTok hype about Positano. I mean, it was beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I did enjoy France a lot more. I enjoyed the food in France a lot more. I enjoyed the people in France a lot more. And I say this because it rained and I was only in Positano for 2 days. So maybe that's why. And me and Brandon don't really enjoy wine. So were we going to go taste Italian wine? Not really. So we were kind of confined to the hotel as it was raining. And then we did go on a boat to go to Capri Island. And I thought I was going to die on the way there because the ship was doing this and we had no life jackets. So that was my rose. My thorn was I was sick probably the first couple days. During my honeymoon, but it's fine.
And couldn't taste anything.
Yeah, I still consider it my my rose.
That's
though.
good.
That is good, yeah.
It's a whole new country with you.
So she said her
That's
thorn
good.
too. So let's go back this way.
go
then.
back that way with the thorns.
So her thorn was being sick during her honeymoon.
So I already talked about work, so I won't include work. So I guess I'll say my thorn. My grandpa passed away last year, and he lived in Vietnam. Luckily, I was able to travel to Vietnam in October 2022.
Wait, sorry, I forgot. Is this your paternal or your maternal grandpa?
Paternal. My whole entire dad's side is still in Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
So luckily, I was able to see him, and I wanted to make sure like germs met my family in Vietnam first before we got married. So that was always a goal, and we did that. And I was happy to be able to see them since the last time I saw him I was like 12, so it's been a minute. And he was still healthy, but unfortunately he passed away in February 2023. Oh, it's been about a year.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been about it's already been a year if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Don't Vietnamese people do like a
Shrine,
annual,
right? Oh.
yeah, like
Yeah.
ceremony, like once it's a year?
My dad wanted to go back this year for it, but it was just so his mom was like, "We're not gonna do anything big. Like you don't need to be spending your time traveling all day just to be here for a couple of days and leave." And
And he doesn't have any family in Houston.
my dad does not have any family.
So
in
he
Houston.
wouldn't have been able to do like a celebration here.
Yeah.
Got it.
But I think they went to he went to go to the church and just pray for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad's Catholic and my mom's Buddhist, so they wouldn't go to a temple or anything. But he went to church, just, like did his like yearly prayers for his dad. So yeah, it's pretty sad. I'm sorry.
We should have started with thorns
I know.
and then ended high.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Okay. My thorn, y'all, no, y'all know, like, or y'all were saying like, oh, your dog's healthy, like, da, 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 like,
Yeah.
So that's my thorn. So my dog Ace, it was like right after I came home, literally from like my first time going to Europe, and we had put both my dog and my sister's dog in a boarding facility because at the same time that I was in Europe, my family was traveling to, I think they went to Chicago, if I remember correctly, because my family's still in Chicago, and it was fine. Like I was more worried about Ace like doing something to another dog because he has like high anxiety and like I don't know how he's gonna act with other dogs, whatever. But like literally, as I was coming home from this flight and landing back in the U.S. and like my signal turns back on, I get all these like notifications from like my boyfriend Harwood, my mom, my sister, and then like calls from like
Hard
the
launch. Very hard
calls
launch.
from my like the vet, the vet and the boarding place saying like, hey, Ace had like a black stool and we had to take him to the ER. So obviously as soon as I see that, I'm like bawling in the airport and like trying to figure out like what the hell is happening.
Yeah.
And this was July, and I think from July till when did this end? Like September?
October?
September? I can't remember. But basically, yeah, he had a GI ulcer that burst. And then while they were looking for the GI ulcer, they eventually found a tumor on his spleen, which I was like, I can't tell if it's cancerous or not. And then like to get to the point of figuring it out was like all these like medical tests he had to do. So many vet appointments. It was like stress on him, stress on my me trying to figure it out into my schedule, a bit of a financial strain, but luckily, knock on wood, like I'm not stressed about money in that way, but it was just like a lot to deal with emotionally and like mentally. But poor baby had a freaking 9-pound tumor on his freaking spleen. Like, ow. How do you walk around with that, my poor baby? And he's like 9 years old, about to turn 10 this year. And so I'm just like, oh my God. But luckily, the tumor was benign. Yeah. And he's fine, recovered fine, and he's acting the same. So I literally have nothing to worry about. He's still making the same old man noises, sleeping all day, playful, eating everything in sight.
Worried eyebrows.
Yeah, constantly worried. If you know my dog, he's constantly worried. Looks like I don't know what the hell.
He really does always look worried.
Honestly, I forgot. I posted something.
If you're watching the video, that's how Ace
This is how he looks.
Literally.
Insert photo here.
I forgot how I was
We're
talking
gonna keep
to.
doing that and nobody's gonna insert anything. But just imagine it.
No, but I forgot who I was talking to about the I think I had posted a photo of Ace on my story, and someone responded, was like, why does he look like that? I was like, you don't understand, he has always looked like this. And I sent them back a picture of Ace when he was like maybe 4 or 5 months, and he's like in the backyard of my parents when you can see like through the window, and he's literally just like brows furrowed and like worried and like just staring at me, and I'm like, see, this boy, like, I don't know, he has nothing to worry about, his life is great.
Some dogs have
He was born
RBF.
stressed.
Some dogs have RAF, resting anxious faces.
Yeah, but you know, dogs like their owners, and you know, I'm high anxiety, he's high anxiety, I eat a lot, he eats a lot. It's great.
Oh, poor baby. Well, I'm glad he's fine.
Yeah.
I know, thank God.
Cheers to 10 years soon.
Whoop, whoop.
In a couple months. My thorn, I didn't talk about work, but I'm just gonna say that my thorn was that my work-life balance was very crappy this year.
Non-existent.
Yeah, non-existent. It was the worst it's ever been this past year. So it was just, I was like constantly working and staying up late and waking up early and staying up late and waking up early, whatnot. So I'll just leave it at that. But that would be a good segue to 2024, because 2024 I've included get a better work-life balance. But before we go into that, I wanted to talk about Lunar New Year, because we talked about it a little bit earlier. And I had mentioned that growing up, I'm half Japanese, and growing up, we never celebrated it. But since like being with my Asian friends and whatnot, I've started to celebrate it, and with Viet and his family, like we've celebrated it. But curious to know, what did y'all do for Lunar New Year this year? And I wanted to learn about the superstitions, because I've heard of superstitions and what the traditions that you have to do, and Viet normally doesn't do any of it. So curious to hear that from y'all. We can start with Laura. Yeah.
So I didn't really know about the superstitions and the traditions around Lunar New Year. I literally would just show up at her husband's family's house.
Blech.
Her husband is my little godbrother, by the way. But we would just show up and we would just eat, and we would get some money in the little red envelopes and go home, and that was about it. And then when I went to Australia and spent Lunar New Year with my family over there, the night before, so New Year's Eve at midnight, you're supposed to pray for your ancestors. Sorry, Grandma and Grandpa, did not do that before. So lit some incense, did some prayers, and then we did that the night at midnight. Yep. And then you're supposed to have like a little light bite to eat after that. And apparently on New Year's Eve, you're supposed to clean your whole entire house, wash your hair, get your hair cut, whatever, do everything for the new year. Because on New Year's Day,
You can't do any of that.
right, you can't, because if you're cleaning your house, you're cleaning away your good luck.
Yeah.
If you wash your hair,
you're washing off the good luck.
yep.
And
Yeah.
you can sweep into your house if you're cleaning, like
But you can't sweep out.
You can't sweep out.
You're sweeping out your good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't throw away your trash. You're
I thought you were
throwing
gonna
away
say-
your
Yeah,
good luck.
you can't throw away your trash. We were piling it up like in our trash can. It was like full. We're like, you gotta wait till Sunday to throw it out. Don't touch it.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say you can't clean on the day after, because then that depicts that you're gonna be cleaning like the rest of the year, basically.
Oh, no.
I've heard things like that. Like, what was it? Like, don't wake up to an alarm on the first day, because you're gonna be waking up like
Oh yeah, I heard that.
with not relaxed. Like you're waking up to something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like don't have someone wake you
Is
up.
that for
or
New
anything.
Year's, like American New Year's or Lunar New Year?
I think that's for Lunar New Year's, like superstitions I've seen. Yeah, like things like that. And I
Yeah.
was like,
You're not supposed to wear white or black either.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
because it
so
symbolizes.
yeah, because black is what we wear to funerals,
Correct.
and then white is what Vietnamese people wear during their funerals. So
Correct.
they kind of play on both Western and Vietnamese. So it's
Vietnamese
don't
people
wear black or white.
to funerals. I want people to wear white to my funeral. I've told y'all this.
Yeah.
Somebody
wanna
has to
party.
remember this in case I die before y'all. Like,
Oh my God.
I said somebody has to.
No, I know. I remember you want to
Yeah.
party.
And then
you want
what?
to party,
Okay,
and you want white. Okay, party in white. Okay.
Yeah, but I want people dancing.
Yeah, I know that. I know that one.
Okay, so remember it.
Now I just
so
gotta add the white.
So then, if my family tries to fight you, like,
No.
this is what she wanted.
Watch this episode.
If your
link
family
from
tries
this
to fight
video.
me,
Oh, Laura's running.
I'm done.
No, but what's it called? Too, like those superstitions and stuff like that. Like being Filipino, we also don't celebrate Lunar New Year either, unless your family has Chinese in it. And like my mom's mom is, I think she's a quarter Chinese. And I remember when she was staying with us growing up, she brought us like red envelopes for me and my sister. And I was like, I don't really know what this is, but thank you. And then but a lot of the superstitions are kind of like the same as
Yeah.
you know, but we do it on like New Year, Western New Year, so January 1st versus Lunar New Year.
Yeah, I mean, like we have like similar ones too. Like you eat dumplings because they represent like money bags. They look like little money bags. So you want wealth.
Yeah.
You eat
But it's like it's
Noodles.
also
You said noodles.
Noodles for long life.
longevity.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like
Why do we gamble?
What's that game? Is there a
I feel
specific
like
game?
it would be a bad, like,
But they
because you
gamble.
could potentially
But
lose money.
No, they gamble.
What is that? What is
No,
that
I
game
know, but-
called though? The one where you put the table space.
That's a gambling game, isn't it?
It's a gambling game.
That's what you played in Australia, right?
Yeah, where like there's like 6 little pictures and you put money. You played it last year.
We
too.
played blackjack in
We also
Australia.
played blackjack too.
Yeah.
And bingo sometimes.
Is
Like, it's
gambling just fun? It's not like it's just a fun thing.
No, why we do it?
I just feel like it's just like one of those like things that families do on gatherings. Because like for me growing up, it was like we just gambled. Like my family would gamble growing up at every single gathering.
We didn't have money to gamble, so
we only
Oh, y'all only gamble on Lunar New
we
Year?
only usually gamble
we just dance because it's free.
Okay, your family parties are fun though.
There's also a thing where like if you are married, you're not supposed to receive like the
Yes.
red envelopes, Elise's. But I got them and she got them.
Wait, are you supposed to
You're
give
not
them?
supposed to receive-
Last year. We got some last year.
Oh, yeah, we
And
got
you're
some
already
last year.
married there.
Are you supposed to
Yeah,
give them
gifted
if
me
you're
one.
We're
married?
supposed to be gift them.
You were supposed to be giving them,
So
yeah.
I packed.
What
Like,
if you gifted to each other? Via gifted it to me this year.
that's fine. You're just wishing them good luck.
Oh, okay.
I
I didn't give him any.
But I still got some this year, and I gave some out.
Is it just because as
Dang,
you're married, you're
that
like
means you
seen
own
as an
them.
adult or something?
I guess. I don't
Probably.
know. But like when you, there's also the tradition, well, this year, because like they like to look at zodiac signs and see like which one is compatible, which one's like has good luck and all of that. And of course, this year is the year of the dragon. There are certain zodiacs that are not compatible, and there's some that are compatible. And apparently, the rooster's good this year. So,
We got 3 roosters in the house. Sweet.
some of the things I've seen were like, if you're a rooster, it's a good year to be pregos.
So come on, dragon baby.
If you want that dragon baby, you gotta do it now.
I am not pregnant right now.
We're just saying.
Just saying.
I'm just throwing it out there.
We're just looking at her because
know.
she's
the first one. in
going
line.
to be the first one. I'm sure.
There's also things like for the rooster, they have a good fortune in regards to like career and progression.
Nice.
So things like that, right? And then my husband,
Blech.
he's the year of the dog.
Yeah, me too.
He got that dog in him.
Yeah, me too.
bark, 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 bark. Woof, 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 woof.
But that dog.
That dog. Let me just say, it's not going to be a great year for us doggos. All right, we got some.
Why
we got
not?
because I don't know what it is. Apparently, we're 12 for 12, which means we're the last
ranked and
ranked on the zodiac for
Yeah.
like good luck or whatever you want to call it. But we're supposed to just there's like all these warnings of like you can't be stagnant this year. So like you should like
work on patience and flexibility is what I read.
that too, but then you can't be stagnant. So you need to like they were like encouraging you to like go travel, or like if you've been wanting to change jobs, go change jobs. If you've been looking to like move to a new place, consider moving to a new place, like new like all that stuff. And so
moving to a new place.
yeah, so
There you
he's good. He's doing great.
And traveling.
Yeah, and traveling. And traveling, yeah. But and then they also said something about problems in your relationship. So yeah, just I don't know. Yeah. So I guess the adaptability, flexibility, all that stuff.
His says problems in it. I know. But his says problems in his relationship, and then hers is good luck. So
Yeah, I think
Maybe it'll balance out.
Maybe it'll balance
out.
Which segues
What's
to
Harlan?
Huh? Oh, he is a monkey, so they have great year, right?
Oh, speaking of, monkeys are also lucky this year.
Yeah.
So another superstition
It'll
is
balance out.
Yeah, it'll balance out. So.
Another superstition is, which I found out this year, is at midnight. Whoever the lucky zodiac is they are supposed to step out of the house
Before midnight.
and be the first person back in the house.
they're bringing the luck with them.
Wait, sorry. Is everybody in the house supposed to step out?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
No. Jerem stayed in because he's bad. You don't want him to be the first one in. He can go out. Like this is what they told me. He can go out with you, but he cannot be the first person.
yeah. It matters who comes
Yeah,
back in
it just
after
matters.
midnight.
So the house doesn't have to empty out.
Correct.
It's
Jerem
just
stayed.
the
Yeah.
person.
He
who's
stayed in the house
okay.
playing Call of Booty. While I stood out there at 11:58 in the cold, I was like, "Is it midnight yet?" Yeah. So that was a superstition, like because I'm the rooster and I'm luckier in this year than he is, then I had to go do that. And his dad, like Jerem's dad, is also not high on the luck list, so his mom had to go do the same thing. Usually his dad does it for
Whoever
the
is
family,
highest.
yeah. But usually he does it for the family because typically he's higher, and he's like the head of household, and he'll do it. But because he's so low on the compatibility luck of this year, his mom had to do it. So I had to go do it.
Well-
Didn't you tell Brandon?
Yeah, so I told Brandon to step out and be the first person to step back in. And he goes, "Oh, well, it's just me at home by myself, so I'll do it tomorrow morning when I go to work." He let Cooper out, and Cooper was the first person back in after midnight. Cooper is a rat.
Where's right on the list?
Right?
It's not one of the lucky ones.
They're like in the middle.
I don't think it's one of the lucky ones this year. So
Oh no.
tune back later on next year, and
the
we'll
end.
see how
We'll
see how
recap
2024 is.
Oh no.
Brandon was like, I thought it was supposed to be a person, and it doesn't matter if it's a dog. And I was like, but he is a person.
Yeah, it's
Cooper
your
is a
child.
person. So we'll see.
When was the first day after? It was Monday or
Sunday.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday is the
Yeah.
first.
Friday at midnight.
Friday at midnight.
I need to figure out what sign my dad is, because he was here with Jonas.
I was also told to wear like my nicest clothes and like wear like money
Rooster.
and carry money on you
Rooster? Oh, okay.
This is Rooster, yeah.
with
Oh,
like
perfect.
Hopefully he's with me.
just wear like all your good nice clothes, like actually look nice, and then come back in. I was like, they're like, oh, just take a walk around your neighborhood. I was like, if I'm carrying that much money and I'm wearing all these nice clothes and I'm wearing all these jewelry,
Probably
what if I
not.
get jacked? They're like, who would be walking around at 11:50 trying to steal people's money? I was like, who would be walking around at 11:50 with all this money on them? So I was like, whatever. But
Did you do it?
No, I just stood on my driveway and I walked back in.
That counts for something. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Nice. So do y'all do any big celebrations? I
Um,
know Laura's in Australia.
I mean, normally I just go over to Jeremy's parents'
Yeah.
house.
Oh yeah, she did mention.
we
just
used to when I was younger. Like my most of my mom's family is in Texas as well, but they live in Dallas, and we have like I have like 2 aunts or 1 aunt, 1 uncle that lives in Houston as well, but they usually just don't do anything big. When I was little, we used to do like a whole big celebration with the Dallas family because that's where mostly where all my cousins were. So it was always a big gathering. But as we got older, we just kind of separated. We don't do those big holiday events anymore. I just mostly do it with Germs' family.
Do you do anything?
Well, I mean, not really. This year, I mean, now that I'm dating someone who does celebrate Lunar New Year, and I will say though, in Austin compared to Houston, like all the celebrations aren't as big because I guess the Viet community or whoever just celebrates it is a lot bigger in Houston.
Line dances.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Love
I see
line
that. I always
dances.
see that in Houston.
yeah, they're really fun. They seems fun, but like I guess like the past 2 years, we've just been going to like one of the temples here, like the Buddhist temples, and then
Praying.
basically,
Yeah.
yeah, and then getting fed by the people there. The food's always really good, though, I
Yeah.
will say. So it's nice. It's nice experiencing like I guess incorporating new traditions because it's not something
Yeah.
that I grew up with.
I was with Viet, so we went to Chinatown. And they were popping fireworks and whatnot. We just got good food. But yeah, nothing too big.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that's 2023. So now moving on to 2024. Let's talk about everyone's goals, manifestations, aspirations, you name it, and what they're looking forward to the most this year.
I mean, I guess I can start. This year I made like a vision board. I did a manifestation journal. I will like a lot of my career has been a big focus between like last year and this year, and I feel like that's something that I think like one of the big pictures on my vision board said, "Mom, I am a rich man." So I'm just like I've always been instilled of this like independence, like don't rely on like your significant other to make more money than you, blah 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 blah. Be your own woman, be your own like breadwinner or whatever. So like that's a big one for me. I'm hoping also because of work I'm creating a better work-life balance because I love what I do. I love my team, but I feel like sometimes I just don't know how to turn off my brain from work even when the laptop is shut, and it's like constantly reminding myself like the work will be there in the morning.
Yes.
It will be there.
Yes, I need to keep telling myself.
I know.
that.
It's anyways. And then I also want to do more like international travel because I feel like we did do a lot of travel last year, but maybe like only like 2 of those were like international trips. But I like doing the international stuff more because you get to experience new cultures, new foods, see how people like live their daily lives there. And I just want to tell myself too this year to like just like relax. Like, and I'm really trying to just make self-care like a big priority. Like, I already got a facial this year, and I'm like, when's my next one? Or like, what? And they like need like a massage next and all that stuff. Because especially now that like I feel like as I get older, and like luckily that I'm not like I feel blessed that I'm not stressed about money, and I have money to actually like take care of myself, and because I feel like my time is more important, and like my like how I feel mentally and physically is super important to me versus just like doing all these things. Anyways, so like investing back into myself, and you know, y'all want to do a spa day next time we do this? I'm down.
I'm down too. Next recording at a spa.
Coming to you live from the massage table.
Literally. Nice.
Oh, okay. I guess everyone's kind of alluded to it during every single episode so far. I guess one big thing me and Brandon are looking forward to this year is trying to conceive and start a family. So it'll be the first little baby
According to Brandon, ain't gonna be one little.
Yes. So Brandon really wants a boy, but you know, I'll just be happy.
He wants 2 boys. He wants twin boys.
And I don't know where the twins came from.
There's no twins in your family, right?
Yeah, there's no one has twins in the family, so I just don't know what's going on here. But yeah, that's the number one thing. Of course,
Let
continuing.
the guy dream.
I'm carrying them.
True.
Which my husband says, if I could carry the kids, I would for us.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
They say that because they know they can't.
Because they physically cannot.
What are you, a seahorse?
BS.
Okay. Continue the health. Continue the wealth. Continue progressing my career. Learning new things every day. Probably attending some more conferences just to keep me up to date.
Wait, quick question on that. Would your office like pay for you to go to these conferences?
So it depends on your office, but I do have a stipend so that I can go to conferences.
That's nice.
The only unfortunate thing is you have to use your vacation time to go.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, so kind of like choosing between like, do I want to go on a trip or do I want to go to a dermatology conference? Or you can go to your dermatology conference in Hawaii and
make
then
it a
have
trip.
a trip in Hawaii. So
And invite your girlfriends. Yeah, you could do that. That sounds like a great idea.
I'm stuck in the conference from 8 to 5, and
we're
the
stuck on
other
the
3
beach.
are having a great
With the
time.
margarita in our hand.
And then probably finding out ways to invest my money, because I have kept it in a savings account and haven't really invested in anything, so it's just sitting there. And the only way you're going to grow money is if you invest your money. So just learning all of that and educating myself about it, because in school they don't teach you that, unfortunately.
It's not just a regular savings account, right? It's a money market savings account.
No, it's a regular savings.
Oh no, girl, you gotta put that.
That's what she's
It's not like a
saying.
high
She
yield
needs to
savings
learn
account.
more.
Oh, I know. You
Not
need
the
to
ones
do
where
that.
you just
But
sit
there's
and you
just-
actually
there's
get
like-
money back a little bit. It's a regular one, I think.
No, yeah. So you need to do the other one.
Yeah.
You can, which is what she's working on this
Oh, I know.
year.
I'm just telling you right now.
She's going to learn more about it.
It's not the one that the bank offers you?
No.
I recently changed mine too. So
For now, first step, you can open a high yield savings account.
Should I do that or invest into
Both.
S&P?
both.
Both.
Oh.
But S&P is kind of high right now, so
Yeah.
you can wait a little bit on that.
See, I don't know any of this.
Anyways, you will learn, and I
You will
support you
and
learning.
and your husband knows a lot about it too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So
He's the one that's been
resources.
bugging.
I'm just kidding. I'm
me.
kind of used to calling her husband.
It's mine.
I'm not used to this.
I don't think I'm really gonna ever get used to y'all saying husband.
That's why I've been saying germs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I support that though. I support everyone making like financial moves.
Yep.
Yep.
Agreed.
Ain't trying to work until I'm 65.
Gotta make the money moves.
Love that.
Yeah. +1 to what they've said so far about financial stability, move up in your career, health for your families, your friends, your dogs, yourself. Not only like physical health, but like mental health. I also included traveling more. We're already working on one of them soon. We'll be in Asia.
Whoop, whoop.
And then like of course like a healthy and fit lifestyle. I feel like Jerem's and I have been pretty consistent with trying to go to the gym, but like we're not putting in the amount of effort that we want to see. Like we're just going through the motions, you know, rather than like pushing ourselves more, spending like more thought into the actual movements of like keeping your core tight or using the right form and just making sure you're not like just I'm lifting heavy, but like
Just
you're
like just a check market thing.
And going into the office like change that, because now like I'm rushed in the morning. Like I want to make sure I go back in time so I can rinse, do my makeup, and then go drive and sit in traffic and go in the office, instead of like actually putting in more time and being tired. And
So going to the gym earlier?
Going to the gym early, but
okay.
like we can't because like we're tired from the day, and so we don't go to sleep early because we want to make sure we have time for ourselves. It's just understanding that balance of lifestyle, like not being complacent, but also like working harder to achieve what you want. And whenever you do have time for it, like make sure it's effective, and not just like a checkbox, right? Like Amy said,
Like not being complacent in your everyday life. Yeah.
Of course, I mentioned earlier building a beautiful home, which I'm super excited about, which also leads into begin planning for a family. So not even like thinking about actually doing it, but like more of like what our timeline looks like, when to get off like birth control or whatever it is, and to kind of plan that timeline out to see whenever we're ready for that. So yeah, those are kind of like my overall 24 goals. Of course, last
These
but
are
not least,
very grown up goals. Like, who are we?
last but not least, I include having a successful podcast with the Grandmamis.
That was also on my vision board. I had a picture of like the on-air sign on there.
Nice.
Yes.
I think we all had it on our list, right? 'Cause I think we shared it too, right? On yours.
Yeah.
Whenever we shared it on New Year's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
The on-air sign. Insert
Yeah.
picture here.
Nice. For me, top 2 manifestations, wishes for 2024. One, Viet's taking his boards exam this year, so pretty big exam, pretty important. So, wishing and manifesting that he performs well on that one.
He will.
Then, yes, he will. And then second one is that he transfers back to Texas.
He will.
So
He will.
is
He will.
trying to do his rotations in Texas, and it's been a long process. So manifesting that he will.
Yeah.
but well worth it.
Yeah, it'll be worth it. So those are my top 2 manifestations. Some other things that I had on here, and some of these things already came true, so that has been nice. Yeah, I was hoping my parents were trying to move to a new apartment, and like we're in the process of applying for it and everything, so I had just put like they get approved for a new apartment and maintain a less cluttered living space, because their last apartment was a nightmare. And they got drawers and everything.
Wow.
I know.
Love that for them.
So hopefully they maintain it, because I feel like it's good for your mental health too to live in
Yeah, they say
a
that.
well-maintained
Yeah.
living space.
It helps you declutter.
We talked about it earlier a little bit. Well, she talked about Ace turning 10, but our doggo's birthdays are a couple days away. So also put for Jonas to have a healthy 10th year, because he's also turning 10 this year.
I can't believe they're 10.
Archer's turning 10 too.
Yeah. Wait, forever a puppy. Travel more. I want to travel more. Have a safe and fun trip to Asia. We're going in April, so that'll scary here. Another healthy year for my grandparents. Financially, mentally, physically healthy year for myself. Kick off and maintain the podcast with Grandmamis, which we're doing now. More intentional present time with my family. And this is something I started doing last year. Just trying to not be on my phone when I'm around them. They're in Houston and New Braunfels. I'm in Austin. So when I'm with them, I'm trying to be more intentional and being present with them and not on my phone or like thinking about what like to do next or things like that. Just because, I mean, life is too short.
Yeah.
Just, you know, So just trying to spend my time fully with them whenever I can. And then I want to read more, and that just goes back to trying to get my work-life balance in a much better place. And I feel like I'm heading in that direction. But just doing things for myself. I stay consistent with working out just because that's like my only stress reliever that I have during the day. I mean, yeah, every day. But I want to be able to do other things for myself outside of just working out. Which includes reading. Fourth Wing. Yes, I know. I have to read Fourth Wing, and that's on the list. That's on the list. So
Sorry, I can't relate.
I wish you would read it. I wish you would read it.
No time in the day for me.
Audiobook. You can make time. Yeah, audiobook when you're driving, commuting.
No, I like to listen to music.
Yeah,
at work. It's like a de-stressor, like as I'm going in and as I'm leaving.
Yeah, I like to start with music, but I've been listening to podcasts a lot. But audiobooks, I get distracted too easily, and I have to.
I get
go back and listen to it again, and go back and listen to it again. I'm like, wait, did I miss something? Go back. And
I get that.
I was so obsessed with Fourth Wing, like I wanted to get through it, that I started listening to it at the gym. Like I was like this.
Oh, I did that too.
I listened to podcasts at the gym too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird transition that I'm in right now.
Okay, don't judge us, Laura.
I'm not judging. I'm just wondering.
I'm not judging. I'm just judging. And I think, that's all I had for myself.
Yeah, I think the intentional one is a good one too, because I feel like I'm trying to be intentional with my time too, because time is really precious. So it's like who I spend my time with is very important. Yeah, because I also too, like I feel like 2023 I said yes to like everything, like to do everything, hang out with everyone, and like as much as I feel like I do have like an extroverted personality and I want to hang out with people, it is spreading me thin, and like I can't give people the dedicated time or time and attention when it's more on like either like a smaller group or one-on-one. Or like just straight up, I don't want to do that right now, and just be okay with saying like, I'm sorry, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, learning how to say no. Yeah, that's probably a big one for me too.
Yeah, you definitely need to learn how to say no.
I'm always a yes, okay, sure, but I need to learn how to say no.
It is hard though to learn how to say no to something, especially when you want to just say, I guess, people please, for lack of a better word. Yeah, stop people pleasing. You have to like switch that part in your brain. Yeah, but you'll get there. We'll all get there. Everyone's manifestations will happen.
Yes,
signed, sealed, delivered.
They will.
I like that word, intentional. Like it can be applied in any way. Like thinking like intentional spending. You know, we made a promise. We're like, we cannot shop because we're gonna go shopping in Asia. Never mind.
She shop.
Oh, she already shopped.
Shoes.
You got shoes too.
I got us a Valentine's Day gift.
Oh my gosh.
What's your excuse, Laura? It was Valentine's Day for me too.
No, I just wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
She intentionally wanted to buy it.
But that's part of it, intentional spending. Understanding like where you're putting your money, investments, or like things you need versus things you don't need.
Yeah.
Like financial stability, making sure like you have enough income for like, or money for like emergency funds. Like talking about starting a family. Having a baby is expensive. Buying a house is expensive. Buying a new car is expensive. So, like whatever you want to spend your money.
My thing is that I have the mindset that I need to save all the time. Like save. Like I can't spend money there. I can't spend. But at the same time, when we talked about it, like life is too short.
Yeah.
Like if I die tomorrow, my savings will go nowhere.
That's what my mom always says. My mom says you can't take money to the grave, so you might as well spend it. But it is, I want to be more intentional.
Obviously, yes, have your emergency fund, but I need to learn to
that it's okay. Yeah,
it's okay to get that expensive sushi roll.
Remorse. That $19.
And I think that's why that intention kind of like plays a part. Like, if you have the right intentions on what you're spending your money on, whether it be this gives you that mental health release that you're looking for, it gives you that what is that spark that you want. It's intentional, like you have a reason for it.
But I was gonna say something too. It's like not even just like being like finding the right moment for whatever, or like finding the right reason. It's for me, my intentional spending is yes, doing all those things, but also like I'm not gonna go on Amazon when I'm trying to reduce my Amazon spending because I just cannot commit to that part of capitalism anymore. And then this could be my other thing too, but it's also just like
She's like, can't relate.
And also too for like shopping. I'm really trying to do like if I want new clothes, it either has to be something I thrift or from a company that has ethical, sustainable like business practices. That's personally for me.
on you.
Y'all can do what you want with your money.
I was like, send those links to me so that you do the research.
Yeah.
And then just let me know who's ethical.
Well, y'all can spend your money how you want, but that's just me.
We left that behind in 2023 after we shopped for like bachelorettes.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I think that's what it was, because it was like last minute Shein stuff, because I didn't all these like themed things. I was like, where the hell am I gonna find these and I'm a very last minute planner and shopper, so it's just like, well,
Guilty.
Yeah, Amazon and Shein, I'll see you in like a week or two, you know. And I'm trying to leave all that behind. But I definitely a lot of Amazon packages last year were made. So
Yeah.
anyways, cheers
hard,
to that.
It's hard not to.
It honestly is for the situation. But to each their own.
Yeah. Well,
Do you want some?
just giving you tequila for those that aren't watching. So yeah, wishing everyone a happy and healthy new year. Yeah, it'll be a good one for us.
And may we be blessed in this new year coming up.
Yeah.
May we all be blessed.
I know, it's the year of the dragon, baby, so it better be a good
May
one.
we be blessed with a niece or a nephew. Please.
Have you seen that one TikTok where it was like, imagine you were having the worst day of your life, and all you hear is or you just hear like screaming in the background for mom, like, oh man. Laura,
Yeah, shout out to the parents. Shout out to the parents, because I don't know how y'all do it.
You'll
find out.
Yeah.
You'll find out.
And when you find out, can you let me know?
It's your year of learning, so you'll find out.
So who's coming to babysit first?
Your mom.
Listen, you know how we mentioned we're long
Your
distance
mom.
best friends?
Yeah, so it'll be this
So
one.
the Houston one.
Your mom.
Your
We volunteer Annie.
Yeah, us Austin folk will see you when we see you.
mom.
When it's convenient.
You haven't even been to my house
I
yet.
know. Okay, I was supposed to the last time, and you said it was okay. Logistically, it did make sense to do the way that we did.
Yes,
It did.
It did. I will see your house soon.
Eventually. Eventually.
Adding to my 2024 goals.
All right, we're derailing here.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, that wraps up our New Year's episode. Thanks again for tuning in, watching. If you liked this, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, just
Mind your
Mind your
business.
own.
keep it to yourself. Subscribe. What's our handles?
At Grandmamis
She's been saying
Podcast.
it or something. Just give it to her.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Grandmamis Podcast and at Grandmamis Podcast, wherever you stream your podcasts. So
And click the bell to get notified whenever we have a new episode on YouTube.
Ding, ding.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I can't do the high one. I need to be on the lower end, guys. Bye.
bye.